Alright, week 15 is officially done today, Friday. Finish out the last trade of the week. I want to do this little recap a little differently. I've done like 5 or 6 trades this week. Instead of going through every one more in depth, I want to focus on the bigger picture of all of them. I think it'll simplify things down, and if you have any more questions, you can just ask me them in the comments, and hopefully I can explain them out. LTBR was the first one I was playing here. It was after a big morning run up here, and I don't want to chase these ever, and I don't like to trade them at the market open, like right at the market open. So on this one, I was just waiting. I was waiting for the consolidation, and if we look at this, the day chart, we can see major gap up and resistance back here in the 240s. So it pretty much held it here, then went up, and I was buying it here. The reason I was buying it here was I was hoping that it could maybe retest 330s, sell half if it did, sell the rest if it did break out. And the reason being is because it held this morning support when I was buying it, or the morning high support. Thought I could retest, didn't, cut losses quickly. Good thing too, well, not good thing, it did go a little higher, but it wasn't part of my thesis, so I got out. Then moving on to GLNNF. I was trading this on the first green day, which was the first big green day, which was on the 23rd, corresponding to this day. And I was watching it, and I regret my buy. I didn't get in, kind of on this higher lows in the breakout here. I should have gotten in at 137 here. I chased it up, and I think it was up here in the 140s where my actual entry was. I don't like to buy, if I know I'm going to be holding overnight, I don't really like to buy midday, even if it is a breakout. So that was kind of just an odd one here. I did eke out a bit of a profit here, selling at the top, which was nice. Roughly 10 to 15 cent gain. Not terrible, not the best also. Coming up to WATT, this was my best trade of the week, and was also my biggest profit. This one I actually really nailed, and I was proud of my thinking and trade on this. So on the 11th here, you can see the daily chart. They had a financing here, an offering, at the market offering, something for like 30, maybe 40 million, and it ended the day after the 23rd. So in reaction to that, the stock actually gapped up and was up here trading, and I recognize it as, like, it's not good news, but it's good news to stop this downtrend ideally, and by gapping up it showed it could. So I didn't want to buy it here. Excuse me. But when it dips down here, that gets me interested, because you got a better risk reward, because it's pretty much bouncing off yesterday's highs. The reason I got in was this. So I knew I wanted to get on a dip, and that's what I was doing. It was dipping down perfectly. Now I just needed to find my entry. And that, thankfully, from this price action, was pretty easy. I draw that like there, and I was watching this in here, and I saw it break this trend line, so I got in right at 1660, which was an ideal entry. I'm normally not too good at catching these, but this was an ideal entry because if I'm wrong, I lose, 17, 15 cents? It's really not bad. And I wasn't even tempted to sell all through here. I was actually, in my mind, I was thinking swing trade, swing it overnight, swing it a couple days, because you can see when it dropped, when it had the financing, the offering, it's at $23. And down here, the open was $17. So I never thought it was going to go up there, but I thought it could maybe go up to 20-ish. That was the idea I had in mind. I didn't even want it to break out, because like I said, I wanted to hold those overnight, but when it did, midday, I didn't really like it, but I knew I was getting ready for the pullback. I was ready for that. I held through all that. But when it cracked this high again, right in here, this is where I was selling half, because it cracked the high, or broke out, but it didn't really go any farther, and it's coming down. So I sold half there, and then I sold the other half down here when it broke this level. I could have gotten a little bit more, but all in all, that's a great hold for me, because I'm not very patient, and just getting in on the dip, that's what I'm doing here. And if we go into MNKD, this was a mistake trade, and so I was trading at the 25th. If we want to see this on the multi-day, it was this big green day. So if we want to look at resistance, also 330, 340, you can say 330 to 350. Okay, so looking at this here, big uptrend / spike, tops out at 360. So right above the breakout, right? It actually came down, so you can basically just call that the breakout level, because it's not exact. And it's coming in here, right here. It broke that 360, and that's where I actually got in. Then it came down. It didn't ever panic, but I was thinking to myself, and I'm like, I regret trading that from I regret trading it from the beginning, because it's midday. It's already spiked up a ton. Sure, it had volume, but it's midday, and I regretted buying it. I was risking somewhere in the 40s. It never even touched my risk level, but the price action where it had sellers every single cent, I got out for, I think I lost 1 penny or something. Then it ripped up in the next 20 minutes. I could have got a nice 30% there. I don't even mind it. I don't care, because if I would have been disciplined and if I would have thought this trade through, maybe another 30 seconds, I wouldn't have even gotten in. It's just bad odds. I'm glad I actually cut my losses before holding, because it teaches me some better lessons. I just get out if I don't know what's going to happen, because I really think that this thing had the possibility of just cracking quick too, because it's already up so much. Last trade here was today, this morning. So I'm trading it on 26th. So we want to look here, multi-day. 26th is this day. And why did I decide to trade this? I saw it coming down, and I was looking at, this is basically the beginning of the run up at 30. Most of these don't come down all the way to the beginning. I mean, even after a couple weeks, a few weeks, they normally kind of flatten out and come down. And this hasn't bounced in a while, so I was thinking bounce, and what better way than on this support here around 39.40-ish. And it happened, I mean, better odds for me was that it was happening on this morning panic. It was this harsh morning panic from 45 down to 37, and I think it was something like 15+% down the day. And same kind of mentality I traded at WATT. I just got in on when it had this up candle. I wasn't sure because it was a fake out here, so I actually got on the second green candle. I think it was my entry was at 38.5, and again I was thinking swing trade on this. So it pushed up. It did this thing, and I thought it was gonna push in the Friday afternoon here, but we got this this choppy price action here, and I didn't like it, and I actually consolidated it down. Had big sellers. I didn't even want to hold it. I had a bit of a profit, so I took it here, and then towards the end of the close, towards the close, and then it ramped back up. It didn't even really break it out convincingly. I mean, I don't know what it's going to do tomorrow, but yeah, eked out another small profit there. All in all, great week. Really clamping down on some good trades, some good rules besides MNKD, but working on it, doing good. I think this might have been three wins for me, which has been solid, and obviously green and profits this week, which has not happened in a long time. So proud of my trading, and hopefully you all doing well in your trading, and good luck come Monday. And yeah, I'll be starting a week 16 then. Thanks for watching.